Harry helpless with his wrong choice. Prince argued he notified Twitter CEO of US Capitol Hill riots. Prince Harry has claimed he warned Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, about the US Capitol Hill riots the day before they happened. The prince said, "I warned Jack that a coup was being staged on the day before Jan 5, and I haven't heard from him since." The Capitol Hill riot saw far-right activists violently storm the U.S. Capitol building on January 6. The riot was reported to have gained traction on social media, leading to Twitter to do a mass purge of accounts the following day, including the suspension of Donald Trump's account. The conversation, which saw Harry discuss the perils of misinformation on the internet, was part of their rewired event. The event saw high-profile figures discuss how to build a better future. Harry said, "Misinformation is a global humanitarian crisis. I lost my mother to this self-manufactured rabidness." However, he said that the issue is mainly caused by a small number of accounts causing the issues. He said, "More than 70% of the hate speech about my wife on Twitter can be traced to 50 accounts." This comes after data analysis firm Bot Sentinel investigated the source of online hatred aimed at the Duchess of Sussex, finding that 70% of the original hate content came from just 55 Twitter accounts. Speaking about the riots in January, the BBC's disinformation specialist, Mariana Spring, said that the riots could be traced back to Twitter. She said, "President Trump, on his own Twitter feed, amplified and suggested that this election was going to be rigged, that there was going to be fraudulent voting." After the election, she said she saw lots of Facebook groups appear using the term "Stop the Steal," echoing Trump's own language. Even after many of the groups were removed from Twitter and Facebook, according to Ms. Spring, the threats continued. She said, "When the roots of these conspiracies are so deep, it comes as little surprise that the threats continued, the disinformation continued." A lot of people who attended Capitol Hill felt so passionate about this, and really genuinely believed these false claims spreading online about voter fraud. Earlier today, Meghan Markle launched her own attack on social media channels when she spoke at a New York Times event. She said that the introduction of a dislike button would lead to fewer negative comments. She said, "One of the things that seems like such an easy solve from my lens, if you look at Instagram for example, there's a like button and then there's comments," she said. "So if you disagree with something you have to comment on it in a really vitriolic way. If there was a dislike button, wouldn't that hugely shift what you were putting out there, because you could just like it or just dislike it? Now you have to like it or say something negative. It is just adding to this really unfortunate cycle that I think is having an unfortunate effect on women across the world." Wired's online event saw a number of high-profile figures attend, including Apple's Johnny Ive and Vogue's Anna Wintour. The 37-year-old moved to the US after he stepped down as a senior member of the royal family alongside his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, last year. They now live with their 2 children, Archie, 2, and Lilibet Diana, 5 months, in Montecito, California.